So, hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Claire. This channel is about empowering you on your twin flame journey, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine, and whatever's going on. And as I've been saying really for quite a while now, that so many people are struggling and going through their awakening that, there'll be a lot more people tuning in at some point that are not on the twin flame journey. So you're welcome too. Right. So we're not going to feed the darkness here. That's, and again, laughter's great for that. But yeah, we're not going to feed the darkness because today it's a very just put out there it's quite a dark day. Do you know what I mean? Because it is the last of Pluto and Capricorn. Things could get pretty ugly and personal lives are pretty ugly in the world. So again, we're burning the sage. Well, we just burned the sage and I always smudge and pray and do my own thing before I come on here anyway, but I'm just feeling an extra need to do that and putting a pile of sand out there. And right, okay, so let's see what comes up. So like I said, I'm purposely not going to use any of the Watch the Tea or any of these darker cards because I felt like I needed to do one yesterday to transmute, and it was just like, yeah, not like I've not even got the energy to watch that shit back, but it was just more of the same bullshit. Um, so just stay strong, and I feel when I just picked up the decks that I was guided to get there, and I've just noticed power animals behind it as well. Whether you realise it or not, your gifts are strengthening, right? So, and I feel in this case, it's your gifts of discernment are strengthening as well. So, if you're a bit like myself and you're, like I said, I've got so much Scorpio that I'm very discerning. But the thing is the difficult thing is even when you're first feeling, because like I said, I'm not just saying this, the first feeling I get about somebody, whether it's in person or online, it always proves to be true, So it's like, especially if it was a bad feeling. But you've always, I just feel like, you've always got to give people, well, not always, it really depends. Like, you've not always got to give people the benefit of doubt. But what my point is that, imagine if I just feel somebody's not got the best energy or there's some kind of cloaked something going on that isn't good towards me usually, or, towards others. You can't really, what I mean? There's not a whole lot you can do with no evidence. So sometimes you really do just have to let people fuck around and find out. And, they'll show themselves. And that's what I feel is going on for all of us in some sort of way. So, yes, again, just like I would say, God is always watching. So, it's as long as you know that you're doing right by people. It doesn't mean it's easy, but just know that I feel, everyone's going through it in some type of way right now. So again, be grateful for the places that pray for you. I am incredibly grateful for any of the genuine souls that I'm connected to that keep me in their prayers, of course, including some of you watching. Like I said, you're always in my prayers. And anyone struggling in the darkness as well that is lashing out at people, whether it be myself or others, they're in my prayers too, because these people need it the most. The level of self-hatred that some people have is like unimaginable. Pray for people that they get the healing that they need. But right, so we have the Lord, and they're getting me to say that because the thing is that's what projection is. When somebody is unhappy with their own life, they will try to make you unhappy. So you have to be strong within yourself to recognise it and be like, wait a minute, this person is saying this and that to me, and I'm actually in a really great place. So, and that's what I mean is like some of you will be at the point where it's like, right, that's totally not making any sense. What the fuck are you talking about? And some of you might unfortunately be a wee bit more vulnerable, and so you've got to pay close attention to who you've got around you. But like I said, for those of you, I feel like I'm speaking to you, for those of you that do facilitate things or you've got social media and that, it can be quite difficult because like I said, even if you have a feeling about someone, until they've actually fucked up, you're just going on a feeling and it could look like you're just sort of plucking something out of thin air. So it's one of the bits I don't really like about this, but like I said, I've went through it that many times that unfortunately I am, used to it, but it just, each time I just get guided to strengthen my boundaries even more. But like I said, that's why if you're new around here, I don't always have the comments off, and I don't know how long I'm going to keep that. I'd even considered that because there's not long in the year left, I might just keep the comments off until next year, because we don't get a lot of comments anyway. And you know, and I can find it quite taxing. Like, I feel like, oh, I always have to go and check. So I actually, it's like, I'm being brutally honest. There's a reason why, you know, and it's kind of like, it is to protect my energy. It means that I don't have to go back and forwards, and I can just channel my energy into helping, you know, people in sessions. And like I said, I'm still doing the videos, so you're still getting the message. But I just understand so much. I've always understood, but I understand even more so why some of these channels that are helping, like, more people and that have their comments off like all the time. It's just too much, you know. When some people are just not doing, when they're just not doing that deeper shadow work, and there's so much fucking weird energy going about, you have to protect your energy. Like, seriously, especially if you've worked really hard to get to where you're at. Do not just don't let you pull you out of that, because there's a lot of people trying to do that. Right, so he gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. So it's kind, yeah, look, I hadn't even looked at that yet. I think I'd read that side and I hadn't read that side. So that's very on point here. Strengthen your gifts of discernment. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. The Lord will guide you always. Oh my God, and that's so beautiful, because that's what I'm saying. And so I'm really homing in the 11, and obviously we're in the 11th month. We're in Scorpio season only for another few days of this week, and then we move into the lighter, brighter Sagittarius energy. So we thank the Scorpio darkness for illuminating the collective shadow and the darkness. And I don't know about you, but we welcome that Sagittarius sunlight. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with situations. So like I said, call on your power animals. You know what I mean? Like, you've all got a power animal. If you watch any of my shamanic journeys, at the start of that, I guide you to call on your power animal. And like I said, if you're doing a personal session, if you want to, you know, me to do something around, you know, meeting your personal animal and getting to your power animal and getting to know them on a deeper level, we can do something like that too. But like I said, you can do that through the free stuff on the channel too. And then, because like I'll say, if you are new to me, if you want to do a personal session, I always recommend that you watch one of the things on the playlist, you know, one of the soul retrievals, the shamanic journeys, before we actually have ascension. And it is to do that, to strengthen, you know, your energy, because that, and so I'm actually, yeah, they're guiding me. I'm going to read stuff out, Matt, and then look, I just noticed that was behind it as well. Oh, and Archangel Michael. So again, I work with all the angels, right, and whatever energies wanting to come in. But first and foremost, I work with God, sorry. So when I cough, that's got something to do with it. I feel it's the dark energy that's around today and the people that don't want me to get the message out. But it's also to do with the sage. I've just been burning to be practical about it. But I work very closely with God and Archangel Michael. My personal astrology is very, very closely linked to literally battling off demons, like, to be serious. Like, so, and it's, so this is why, you know, yeah, you'll hear me say it in the activation that I do every now and again. It's on all the journeys, but I nearly actually done it today, so let's just do it. I feel they're telling me people need it. So if you want to do this, if you just close your eyes, and I'll make it quick. So close your eyes and breathing in, telling yourself relax. Breathing out, telling yourself release. Breathing in, telling yourself relax. And breathing out, giving yourself permission to release. Releasing anything that might have come at you of late, especially with that extremely intense full moon. Releasing others' projections, any projection of fear from the world, especially because that card says vacuum away your fear, and any of your own thought forms. And they're just guiding me as I'm saying this. I'm going to get the notes on my phone, because I made notes on my phone that I felt were going to be relevant. So, right, I'll read that in a minute. So yes, imagine a cloud of sagey mist whirling above the top of your head, and that cloud of mist has the power to dispel any negative energies or entities or anything whirling about your aura that shouldn't be there. And like I said, that's what I say all the time, but definitely specifically there's a lot of heavy, dark projection going on. Because, like I say all the time, Scorpio season is the shadow. Scorpio's my favourite sign, but the dark side of it is the darkest that you can get. It is the darkest kind of dark witches, witchcraft, spell work, black magic, everything that I'm here to clear every day. And yeah, it can be anywhere, anywhere and everywhere. And that's why I'm saying it's when you go through stuff, it can be tempting to talk about it with, this person, that person, the next person. But I would strongly advise, once you've kind of offloaded and got the support you need from someone, try to like focus on the light, focus on your strength, focus on your gifts, and don't feed that darkness, because that's what it's all about. That's what I'm putting the intention out. So it's a mixture of, make sure you have your space and your time to get what it is you need, because you do, when there's, because I just can sense, there's a lot of, like I said, I think it's obvious that I've went through my own stuff of late, but I know that other people have too. So I'm just sort of stressing that this is a collective thing that's going on right now. And it's so, don't give in to the darkness within yourself, it's, pull yourself back from the fear energy and the darkness. And yeah, so call upon archangels Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, this situation, and everyone involved. So like I said, that includes anybody that has like aimed any kind of shitty energy or dark energy or anything towards you. We're praying for those people too. So I'm absolutely praying for you if you've received anything harsh, or other people's stuff. And it's just, it's when people are in the darkness, they I was about to say they can't always see clearly, but they absolutely mostly do not see clearly. So it's like what I said about there's no point there's no point trying to reason with somebody that's in that much darkness. It is like trying to get sense out of a drunk person. So so I'm sure that'll make sense to some of you. You're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through the situation. So I don't know about you, but those are very powerful words that I feel quite a lot of us will have needed. So yeah, call on your power animals and book a session. I can help you if you need further assistance, but that's a beautiful energy to come in. And so I'll get you to open your eyes in a minute. So imagine that cloud of mist going over your soul star chakra, juicing up, sparkling up your soul signature, your soul essence, that bright light that is you, that nobody can steal. And again, I feel we are in these weird times of Saturn and Neptune and Pisces, which is about copying. It's unconditional love and it's kindness, but it is about people trying to, siphon your energy vampires. So just be very mindful of that, and just, we're juicing up your soul signature, your sparkly energy. And then the energy moves over your crown chakra, again, enlightening you to anything that you're not seeing at this time that you need to see, and then getting the downloads that you personally need. Then the energy moves over your third eye, again, opening your eyes to anything that you need to see, your spiritual sight that you're not seeing before. The energy moves over your throat chakra, again, calling in that, I feel I want to say calmness, grounding energy for any conversations that need to be had, that there's a resolution. And where unfortunately, like what I've been saying, where there are situations where you're not going to be able to reason with a person, whoever that might be in your life, or however many people that might be in your life, I'm praying that you see the light to just put up those boundaries and take care of yourself. Because I think too many people, you can guilt trip yourself about that, and it's like, no, we're living in times that you have to be firm. Again, when especially if there's any type of abuse on any level, by the way, spiritual, mental, emotional, and obviously physical, which sometimes people think is worse, but it's all bad, or financial, just anything like that, we're vacuuming away the fear. And just, again, if you're around anything like that, and if you're getting the sense that you're just not going to get this person to reason, or people, get out of that situation as quickly as you can, okay? And this is what I help people with. There's journeys there, but just that's coming through very, very loud and clearly. And it's not a coincidence with Pluto in the last kind chaotic degree of Capricorn as it prepares to move into Pluto in Aquarius for the next 20 years-ish, or just shy of that, I can't remember, something like that. It's big, big, big energies. The future is literally tomorrow. The future's always tomorrow, but it's going to be pretty interesting. So, things could change in the blink of an eye kind of energy is what it feels like. So the energy goes over your heart, pulling in whatever you need for this now moment, knowing you're exactly where you need to be. And I know that some of you may have been going through some very difficult, tough lessons. That might be over, you might have passed the test, and some of you might still be in it. Again, some of you are in a dark night of the soul. So wherever you're at, again, just praying for that strength to get through whatever it is you need to get through and to take care of you the best you need to take care of you. So, and again, it is just very important you remember if you are in the dark night of the soul. I remember when I was in mine, I always say this, but I was like a gremlin. Everything was pissing me off. Even when people said things that were trying to help, it was just annoying. You know, that's what I mean. Like, and so that's how I know. But it's like from what I've seen over the years of helping people with this, which, like I said, has been for 10 years, really. Some people are in such a dark place. It really is like, you've got to be mindful if you're the person in that dark place. Don't lash out at all the other people. Like, just hermit, heal, do the work, basically, because it's coming up for everyone to do. And that's why it's getting ugly, because it's like it's showing who's done the work, who's doing the work, keep doing it, and who's kind of like annoyed that they're not where further on than where they want to be. Like, it's just there's just no avoiding it. So only you'll know where you're at on this. So then the energy moves down over your higher heart, your heart, pulling on unconditional love for exactly where you're at in this now moment, pulling back energy at the solar plexus. So wherever you've given your power away, knowingly or unknowingly, or wherever it's been siphoned, we're calling back your personal power back to your solar plexus. I want you to imagine a bright, big sunshine, right, in your stomach, getting brighter and brighter, and it's lighting up any dark places, so anywhere where there's any depressing feelings or sadness, or you feel like people have tried to take away your power, but just lighting up and bringing all that energy again, manifesting abundance, whatever it is you need, the strength to get through something, because that card says strengthen your gifts. We're just bringing in all that energy so that you've got that personal power. And again, that's coming through very strongly. Remember, it is your personal responsibility. If you're in a position where people are able to abuse you or attack you or anything, you've got to take personal responsibility to put those boundaries up. And again, I know that some of you might not be as used to doing that, but then you have to seek the mentors and the guides that are able to reassure you. Because again, remember, when I'm doing this, I'm closing my eyes and I'm just channeling it and I'm allowing the words to flow. I'm actually being spoken to about situations where I've worked with people closely in the past, and not only did they have the reassurance from me that, like, that the way you're being treated in this situation is like no okay, but it was also when the person went to external places, like other places to get support, where when they kept hearing the same exact thing that I'd said, that it was really clicking just how badly this person had been treated. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you're around basically if you're around abusive people, like wherever in your life, whether it's been in your past or your present, you kind of you might not realize how bad it actually is. Like, you're more likely to be more easily manipulated, so you've really got to pay attention to that. So that's just coming through very strongly. And now the energy moves over the sacral chakra. Again, not a coincidence, that's about trust. And, well, it's about trust, so it's equally about mistrusting. So we're calling in, whenever you've given away your power at the sacral energy, your sacred sexual energy, which is your creativity overall. So it's your, whatever your gifts are. They keep pulling me the strength in your gifts. Whatever your unique gifts are, they're yours. You've got to protect your sacred sexual energy. So the minute you feel like someone's pulling at your energy, cut it off. Like, no, taking my energy back. And of course, the obvious one being there, where you are in an intimate relationship with someone where you're swapping energies like that, it just amps it up even more. That, just be very careful, because we hold trauma at the womb. For men, we hold trauma. Well, for men and women, we hold it at the sacral chakra. So, when you're exchanging energy like that with someone, yeah, you're never mind vacuum away your fear. You're vacuuming away their fear by taking it on. Especially if you're a woman, by the way. For the women, listen, it's worse for a woman. because you will take it on at the sacral, and it's like, you know, you're in your womb space. So, you know, please be really protective of your energy there. Again, I don't know why, but well, I do know why, but it's like I feel we're going to see a wave of, in the new earth frequencies, I feel we're going to see a wave of people that really learn to take that on more seriously, about how important it is not to just sleep around and stuff like that, because you're picking up all these soul ties and attachments, and, you know, who knows what kind of crazy psycho birds and guys you're getting involved with, you know what I mean? It's, yeah, so, but again, that can be anyone. It doesn't need to just be someone that you're in a sexual relationship. It's just, there's a lot of energy that can do, yeah, energy vampires. So just be aware of that. And again, I've said this before, but they're getting me to remind people, when someone has got a negative attachment, you know, when it's like when they sort of swap in between victim mode and like vicious, so the two V's, I just heard like victim mode and vicious, like, you know, that's a very good sign if someone's got a negative attachment, because it's like, it's common that in the spirit world as well, like people can turn up as like, oh, help me, and it's like, you know, it's like a, like people could turn up as like a, yeah, like, I don't know, like they're really struggling. So you've again, I know it can be kind of scary, because you're like, how am I meant to know the difference? But that's the point. Like, you know, if I'm just talking about in the spirit world, like, you know, if you're doing a meditation or something, and but if you call in the right protection, you know, you should be protected from that. But again, I'm I don't know who's listening to this out there. Some people think they're talking to guides and calling on, you know, protective energies, and you're actually talking to like demons in disguise. So it's like, you've really got to, you know, you've got to be discerning in these times what energies you're tapping into and calling in onto. Um, but yeah, that's a telltale sign. So if somebody's showing up like that in a meditation or a journey, but definitely even in the physical, someone's like, oh, you know, poor me, and there's just like, if there's absolutely no sort of personal responsibility, um, then, you know, it's quite a good sign that someone's got an attachment, and definitely, you know, if they're actually attacking you as well, because that's the thing, like, most growing up adults, you know, don't just lash out at people like that. So, um, and I just know that there has been a lot of that going around. But again, that can also, they're saying to me, that can also be like, you just don't know what people are doing in their personal lives. This can be people that are abusing, you know, drugs and alcohol, whether it be like things that are prescribed or like, you know, recreational. You just don't know. Like, people, especially anybody with like, it's like sort of secret squirrel sort of placements, like like, sorry to say, like Pisces placements, particularly Pisces moons, can be guilty of that, you know, like a whole other sort of life. But I mean, really, we've all got Pisces somewhere in our chart. Um, and I'm saying Pisces because it is the sign of escapism. So, you know, anywhere where someone's got a strong Pisces placement and they're prone to, like, you know, abusing drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, it's not going to go great, because it's cloudy vision and it's confusion, illusion, and then, like, that's what I mean. Like, don't just if you feel like you're not meant to be around somebody, trust that, because you're going to take on all that shit. Right, fucking hell, that's a lot of stuff coming through. So, and it was at the sacral too, remember. So again, this is just turned into a big energy clearing. So that's fine. That's yeah, I get it. Yeah, people are needing this. So now the energy moves down to the root chakra. We're recalling grounding, safety, security, protection. Anywhere where anybody has felt unsafe lately. Again, remember, we're calling in Archangel Michael. We're calling in all the angels. We're calling your guides, your power animals, your loved ones in spirit who are very close around you right now. And I'm actually, after I film this, I'm going to take a wee break, and then I'm going to film a Mediumship Monday video, and we'll see what wants to flow through from the loved ones in spirit, because I feel there are a lot of loved ones in spirit and ancestors that want to come in and like surround people with this love, because of some of the really heavy dark energies that some of you have been around. And they're just pulling me to the fact of the wee angels kissing in the shot there. But again, I'm aware that I haven't got people to open their eyes yet. So now the roots of the tree go down, 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 from the bottom of your feet, going down, 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 all the way down to the bottom of Mother Earth, however you imagine that to be. And I want you just to release all that heaviness. So whether you've went through something heavy of late or not, release whatever it is that's holding you back, that you're aware of or unaware of, and absolutely releasing the heavy world energy, and just release down to Mother Earth. And we ask Archangel Michael, who is beautiful that card's still sitting there, we ask Archangel Michael to come in and cut the cords of fear, lack, and negativity of the old Earth, which is very much dying out. And again, that statement is more stronger than ever with the last of Pluto and Capricorn today and the very last days of Scorpio season, which are powerful for alchemy and transmuting negative energy. So again, anybody, anyone out there that is in these last degrees of Scorpio, like, it is such a deep feeling. And, that it's, those of you out there that carry these later degrees, it's, it's not easy to have that. So, but the beautiful thing is when you can learn to let go of the pain and the fear and darkness of that energy and face your shadow and then integrate it, your gifts could be some of the strongest. Like, it's well known that the people that are really good at astrology usually happen to be like Scorpio rising, like myself. And again, I'm not just saying that because it's just a fact. Like, any really great people that are prone to being very good at astrology, whenever I look at people's charts or people that I know of, it's quite common for people to be a Scorpio rising, because it's just good at it. But there's something really coming in there about just honouring the fact that it's not easy to feel that deeply. So, and again, I've got an idea too, because my Mars is, the later degrees of Scorpio too, and that's very much to do with why, it's not the reason, but it's a big reason why I come, I work with Archangel Michael to like cut the cords of fear and work with the heavier stuff, because Mars is the planet of action, passion, but it's also war and aggression. And like I said, when you're dealing with heavier, darker energies, you do need to be strong, because they're going to go for you in every single way. They're going to go for your mind, your spirit, your emotions, your physical body. They're going to go for you in every single way. So that's why I'm fiercely protective of the people I support around here. Obviously my personal clients, I'm fiercely protective of myself because I've done the work to be an inner union, and I just want to encourage you all to be fiercely protective of yourself and not get pulled in by any of this fear energy. So, and now we attach the new stronger, we're releasing the pain of the past, whether it have been recent or ages ago, and because trauma can be coming up from the past, you see. And we connect new strong cords to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance of your inner masculine, feminine, which is what I was just talking about. When you've got a balanced inner masculine, you will not allow abuse of any kind. At the first sign, at the first red flag of funny energy, within reason, because again, there's a difference between people having, a bad day or, taking out things on you. But again, this usually tends to be like close loved ones or stuff, and that's not okay either. But a big red flag is when you don't know somebody very well and they're chopping and changing. So again, I just feel that, that there's a lot of that going on for people as well. But however well you know somebody or not, it's just because some of you, it's like people really close to home that you know them really well, and that's not okay either. But when you've got strong boundaries, your inner masculine, you'll recognize it right away, and you'll not be manipulated by any of the fear tactics of like, victim mode, or, getting, or just basically projecting, like, because that's people in that energy, though it's basically what I'm describing as narcissists. Like, they'll just try everything to turn it around on you, even when you know that it's usually, like I said, I saw a short the other day, and it was, I think I mentioned this in another video, but it's true. It was just basically all around when people pick a fight out of not very much, and like it's kind of like it is just, again, it's people that are unhappy. So that's why I say we've got to pray for people. So, right, so bringing up that beautiful energy for your feminine energy, again, knowing that, it is safe to trust and receive love from people that are genuine, but again, strengthen your sense of discernment. So, and it's not a coincidence, it's got the 29 minutes, which is when we're in the 29th last degree of that Pluto there. So I'm going to get you to set your own private intention for whatever you need. But like I said, this clearly they needed me to do a huge energy clearing there because of obviously what many people might have experienced. Again, each and every one of us, I feel, may have had some kind of test. And like I said, just be I want people to be wary, but don't expect something bad to happen, but just be wary, because I know that I go through things first to be able to warn the others. That's what that's what a true way shower is. So, right, so bring up whatever you need, and I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And when I get to 2, you're going to think about opening your eyes. And when I get to 1, you're going to open your eyes, wide awake, back on the video, and we're exactly at 30 minutes. So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Think about opening your eyes. 1, open your eyes, wide awake. Now, look at that. So that was all just flowing through. And I had my eyes closed most of the time, and then I would open my eyes every now and again. So this is how I know that this is definitely, there's a lot of fear energy that needed transmuted. Wait a minute. Just going to take a wee picture of that. Right. So, and then look at this. I can see that we've actually got shield yourself is right behind it. Well sorted, and base chakra and solar plexus. Oh shit. Wait a minute. That'll be the energies that are trying to stop me doing my thing, but we just have a sense of humour, guys. Right. Talking of power animal, I can see the wee leopards fell on the floor there, so someone's might be a leopard. Oh my god. Protect yourself from harsh, fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light around you. I mean, that's a potential thumbnail too. I mean, god. Such intense energy. Again, it's totally, this is what the astrology is, but I mean, fucking hell. That might be a good one. Right. So, let's actually shuffle these, but you can see we didn't even need to. So, I'm not going to make this too much longer. They just obviously wanted to make this a big energy clearing for anybody that experienced any challenging energy. Right, so what do we need to know here? What's important for someone to know? And again, if I've put this out and again, it really just depends when this uploads, but so I'll just say now, I'm putting this out, and if you happen to see this and I haven't put another video out, just put the thought out to your loved one in spirit. You can just do it privately. Put the thought out to your loved one in spirit, because you can't comment anyway because the comments are off. That's funny. But again, this is actually, they're saying to me, that's actually getting you to strengthen your gifts of telepathy, because we're all very telepathic with one another, right? But again, protect your energy too, because it's people can, try and tap in that way too. And again, they're just reminding me, yeah, like last night I felt like, it was quite funny, like I felt some real negative energy coming at me, and it was like I was half asleep, and I just it was like it was funny, my hand went straight to the place that I felt energy going to me, and I just whipped it away and protected myself, and it was just, but that's how real this stuff is. Like I could actually feel when people are trying to do stuff, so it's fucking real, guys. Oh yeah, look, it just reached 33 minutes. Jesus, forgiveness energy, come to Jesus moment. So again, it's not wise to mess about with energy like that. Again, I know it's hard. Some people don't say it like that, but I tell people, if people are sending you negative energy, never send it back. I don't like when people say that. You don't send it back to people. What you do is you pray for people to get the healing that they need, but don't send negative energy back, because it's two wrongs don't make a right kind of thing. Right, so I've put, this is what I've put in my phone. So, and this is, I've woke up at never mind wake up, that's probably right before I went to sleep. Right, I've put right, so it's actually what's already came through in the interest in the channeling. But so yeah, it's just about putting major boundaries up and not being manipulated by people coming across in victim mode. Because yeah, it's things like, even personally, previously I would have given more benefit of the doubt despite having red flags, but I've already described at the start, it can be very challenging because you can have a feeling about a situation. Like again, anybody that knows me personally will know this too. Like I've said this before, but especially because we're in the later degrees of Scorpio, and that's probably, like I said, that's my Pluto in Scorpio in the 12th house, like spotting hidden enemies, whether it's my own or others. But you see how it's not always as simple. Like, you know, it's like hidden stuff is kind of, you know, it's kind of funny. Like it has, that's like that card that's come out a few times. Like it's got played out on it. Things do have to play out. Like it's like, you know, in my personal life, whenever I've got a feeling about people's fake friends or like, you know, boyfriends that aren't to be trusted or girlfriends or that, it's it doesn't always happen right away. But whenever I've sort of said something, it always ends up being right. I mean, I don't like that, but it's just because God's tapping me on the shoulder. Do you know what I mean? I can feel energy. But again, these things have got to play out. It's people's karmic lessons. But now, like I said, my discernment's way higher, and it doesn't mean I don't go through things. I have to go through things to learn and to strengthen every time. But it's a little bit like, it doesn't mean things don't upset me too, but I have to tell you, with certain things that have happened this year, especially lately, so, like the way I bounce back from people attacking me is so much stronger than ever before, because I've already went through stuff like this. So, but what does really upset me is, and that's what I'm bringing on to now, I've put here, divine masculines were highly, it remind what's been going on lately is it reminds me of divine masculines that have been around highly manipulative karmic energies. So, you know, whether that be romantically or friends or family or whoever in their lives, it's you know what I mean, it's like what concerns me is because I've done so many sessions with women and men in masculine energy, it's I know that they were, it's hard to describe what I mean, but they were talking to me about, you know, when somebody's attacking you with words, like words are powerful, like words are very healing, and when someone's attacking you with words, if you're not strong enough in the spirit and mentally and emotionally, you know, you could really take that on, and you might not be able to see that that's a person in pain, that is really like all the horrible stuff they're saying to you is really how they feel about themselves. It can sometimes take, you know, a bit more experience and stuff under your belt to actually be able to see that. So again, it does always upset me, because I'm like, you know, these are the horrible type of energies that do so much damage to people. It's not okay, you know. It's why, like, you know, speaking from past experience, like whenever I've had like an energy like basically talk to me like shit, you know what I mean? It's like, it's why like I talk so strongly about like boundaries, like, you know, whenever somebody has like true, and I mean like truly revealed themselves, like being vicious, I don't tend to let somebody like that back in my life, you know. It's unless I saw like true remorse, like there's not really too many scenarios I can think of where I would want to allow, because it's when because they're showing me, you know, this is something that, yeah, they're showing me examples of things that happened ages ago, because it's just better to talk about things that happened ages ago rather than more recently. But it's, what I'm saying is that's where people have to be really mindful about their words, because it's like, you know, if you've went through really painful experiences in the past, you can have, people have still got PTSD in that from the way that some people have spoke to them, even though you've strengthened and healed. So, you know, it's don't if you feel like you're around anyone that's got a tendency to flip and switch between love bombing and being vicious, like you need to get away from people like that. They're in a lot of turmoil, and they'll do you even more damage. So again, and some, you know, the age of 38 might be significant there, but yeah. So like I said, there's some situations where it's simple. You just need to get out of the situation, protect your energy, and don't be around certain people. And there's other situations where things might need to play out, and you might kind of need to let somebody like fall into their own trap, like because people like that usually do, like, you know, the mask slips and they end up showing their ugly side anyway. And like I said, people like that often, they do it in private, you know what I mean? It's like, it'll be all sweetness and light in public, and then they'll do it in private. But it's so just make sure that if you are going through anything like that, like I said, you have your space, you share, you speak to people of sound mind, sound and sane mind is what I want to say, because there's people absolutely losing their mind in this energy, like a lot of people. So right, we've been shuffling these long enough. Become a clear channel, yeah. So again, but I'm noticing, you see, it came out reverse, that they're talking about be careful who you listen to. Some people, like I said, some people are not tuning in to God. Make necessary sacrifices. That's about putting the boundaries up. Make a plan. Yeah, I feel I'm really talking to people that need to get out of dangerous situations. It feels very Pluto and Capricorn. It's different for different people, but speak up. Yeah, look, again, but see how it came out reverse. So, this is definitely what I'm feeling. Some of you are in situations that are dangerous, you know, and again, like I say all the time, it's not just physical abuse, spiritual, mental, emotional. If you're around anybody that is trying to tear you down with words and make you feel about this small, I pray that you've got the strength to know that they're talking absolute shit. But I worry for the people that don't. You know, you need to speak up against things like that. You need to speak up, you need to get the support that you need. And if you have been training like that, I can help you. Trust the divine plan. Again, yeah, look, laugh. Look at what I said that in this already at the start. Yeah, laugh at your demons. I know it's hard, but, you know, engage in the higher reason. Like, you know, for instance, I can think, you know, some of the more recent things that I went through, I know why it's happened. It's so that I was able to give, you know what I mean? Can you see how important, like, it's, so in a way, it's like, it's, you know, that's my Sagittarius moon. I'm always able to transmute a negative experience into a positive. But it's like, would I have rathered the things went in a different way? Absolutely. But again, like, that's, you can't, that, like, that's what I'm saying. You can't reason. There's some people you can't reason with. When some people have got such darkness inside them, like, they're determined to make you the baddie. So just recognize that and, you know, reflect on your truth. And yeah, look forward. So focus on success, be true to yourself, maybe reassess some of the people that you spend time with or that you let near you. Nurture yourself first by putting in these boundaries. And yet keep reaching for the stars, because like I said, it's the entity that I've noticed coming out in others, right? With people I'm working with, who I'm helping, who are getting over traumatic experiences where people have attacked them. Because again, that's what I'm talking about here too. I'm generalizing. It's like I've had some of it aimed at myself, and I've been helping other people with this stuff. It's like it's the spirit of jealousy, you know. It is rife, and it's, yeah. But you keep seeking the hidden treasures, and I feel some people have had very ugly wake up calls, but just have faith, you know, things are going to get better, and it's ending on that again. Strengthen your gifts. Right, and then let's end with one of these lovely cards. So this is what it is. Like I said, it's mostly an energy clearing, and I will sit down and do a bit more of a chilled mediumship Monday one. I might even do that in my bed, actually. I'll just decide. And I'm available for sessions usually Tuesday through to Friday. I've got a couple of things I need to do tomorrow, and I've got a client as well. So, but yeah, just what I would say is, yeah, just you know, use the schedule to book the session. Like I said, if you want to email, you can email, but like what I've been stressing, my boundaries around emails are, well, they've always been tight, but again, it's like they're even tighter now, and I'm gonna, you know, keep that in place. I've got people that are, you know, helping me with the workload there, and yeah, but like I said, I know there is some reasons why people might need to email and not book a session, but most, you know, it's, again, this is what I'm talking about. But oh yeah, this is very Pluto and Capricorn too. You know, when it is a business, it's, you know, you book a session, and that's you know, one of the things that's really been stressed to me lately. Like, you know, if you run a business and people are like not actually booking the sessions, but like, you know, like just bombarding a whole load of shit in your email, like, that's not okay. You know, it's within reason, because I was just laughing when I emailed somebody today, and I was kind of like, I was like, oh God, I can never just write a short email. That's different, you know what I mean? It's like, at least there's awareness there, and it's but it's kind of like, you know, it's you know what I mean? There is a difference. So, but like I said, it's I think the best thing to do is when you're emailing, just be like, you know, just actually, you know, put in the title or something, you know, kind of just flag it up that, like, you know, for Claire or something, and But other than that, I have to be strict around my energy right now. So, and I feel a lot of you do, so pay attention. Fire and water, very interesting, because we will, later on in the week, we will be, yes, just, they're saying to me just, it will be, well actually no, yeah, later on in the week it will be Sagittarius season, Leo moon, that would be fire and fire though, but it's, at some point it will be, the fire would be the Leo moon, and the water would be the very last of Scorpio. So stillness amidst turmoil. Feel emotional integration. So yeah, cultivate a bit of stillness where you can in these last days. A Scorpio star connection, guidance from the stars, galactic self unified field. Well, wow, that's that. That's definitely the that's Pluto and Capricorn energy coming through. And beyond cycles, find and embrace yourself, new direction, releasing old patterns. Oh, they've just, I don't know why they've just, I don't know why they've, and the dragons are coming in to clear the energy too. I don't know why they've just reminded me right when I was going to end this, but maybe they just want me. So I was watching Tangled over the weekend there with my nieces, and that's, I'm not going to lie, that's one of my favourite kids films. But you know how the whole thing throughout that, as you know, that mother knows best. Like, you know, basically it's manipulation. And so I made quite, when I watched this before, I made loads of notes on it before, but I'll just quickly read them. The evil queen manipulates Rapunzel, symbolic of a mother doing that to divine masculine, but it doesn't actually need to be a mother. This could just be anyone that's manipulating someone. So you'll know whatever this is for you. Because the bit that I wrote down there was like, she's like, you know what, I've met someone and I think he likes me. And the mother's like, why would he like you? Look at you. And that, oh my God, that really hit me. And I knew that they were saying to me that's about some of it, like I said, some of these, well, there's no other way to fucking put it. It's a fucking narcissist. Like some of these really narcissistic people around you, whoever it is, that would say something like that to you. Like that's what I mean about nasty with words. So, you know, if that's you, you're going to know, and I'm praying for your healing, you know, if you've experienced people talking to you like that. But I feel, you know, I don't know about everyone, but I feel quite a lot of people listening to this will have had that at least somewhere in your life, right? But if you not, then, you know, I keep praying that you're protected from people like that. And do you know what's so interesting? It's just reached my birthday numbers, 1618. So 418, which if you're new around here is union. It's the Four of Wands, it's Venus and Aries. Yeah, and I feel it's like, you know, a lot of this negative energy is getting projected at people because you are very close to a union. And again, please have discernment around whether that's actually likely for you or not. Again, and like I say all the time, you know, even for the people that that's for, it's like you're not gonna, it's just gonna all happen out of the blue. But you know what happened last night when I filmed something, and like I said, I haven't even watched it back, and I just don't even know. The sage fell on that card, look, and it burnt it, and it just happened to be the bride card. So I was like, fucking hell. But it's like, that's how dark the energy was yesterday. Do you know what I mean? It's people that are trying to stop the unions, because that's like kingdom spouse energy. Because remember the video the other day was like the bride and the groom. So it's like the dark energies that work through anyone that are trying to stop their union. So, and again, I feel with that, with the divine feminine card being burnt, I feel it is like, you know, people have really went for the divine feminine. So as I pick up wolf in sheep's clothing. But like I said, I don't want to use that deck because it's just, yeah. Well, but I mean, they've made me pick up for a reason. Yeah, just be wary of that. If it hasn't already happened to you, that's the kind of shit that's happening as we unearth the earth. You're part of the process of unearthing the roots of fear from humanity to an awakened consciousness. Oh, for fuck's sake! Look at all these amazing cards. What do I use for the thumbnail? And again, part of that is, you know, unfortunately, you're going to come across a bit of that. Oh, fucking hell. And then look, that fell on the ground as well. It's just like, so it's, I'm not one to use these cards, and it's like they've just fallen, but they've fallen into the shot because it's relevant. So fucking hell, specifically be wary of wolf in sheep's clothing, karmic friends. Can't really trust them. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But again, like I say all the time, I don't like that saying, as soon as you send somebody's an enemy, get them out your circle. So, but anyway, very specifically, I feel some of you have got people around you that really put you down, talk to you like shit, and make you feel like you're not worth anything, and please know that none of that is true. So, you know, get yourself to a good healer that will be able to undo all of that. Actually, if you book my main session, the Crystal Clear Clarity, again, it's on the schedule, and that's what I don't mind. If you're like, what link do I need to book the Crystal Clear Clarity, then I'll just send you the link. But it is on the schedule. It's the main session. Basically, you click fuck it, let's go, and then you drop down menu and it's there. But basically, I can do something. It depends. It depends if I've worked with you before or not. Like, but basically, long and short of it is, it's quite an intense. Well, it's a very intense session where we clear whatever fuckery, trauma, however somebody spoke to you before, because it's a curse. If somebody has spoke to you like that in the past, it is a curse. It's a hex. It's a curse. It's horrible energy, and we'll clear it. So it can be quite upsetting, and you need to let that energy go. But then we'll channel in the positive energy. And I mean, how I'm describing it makes it sound really simplistic. Anyone I've ever done that with, it's completely changed their lives. But yeah, I only do that when I'm guided to. Basically, when somebody's strong enough to handle it. So, right, and then I've put here. Oh yeah, because this is part of the song. Now she's here. Oh no, that's the nice song. Now she's here. It's crystal clear. I'm where I'm meant to be, and at last I see the light, and it's like the fog is lifted. That's all you're getting, guys. It's a really cheesy song, but I love that song in it. But yeah, again, I do just feel that that's the people that couldn't see clearly can now see clearly. And all at once, everything is different now that all at once, everything is different now that I see you. So I feel that's about twin flames truly seeing one another, you know, because you must, when you truly see the other, it's because you're actually seeing yourself as you are. And then what have I wrote here? The mum sets him up. You were right, mother. You were right about everything. Even though he's actually protecting her. Oh yeah, so this is so basically it's like the whatever, you know, the guys try to protect the princess, and because the mum had said, you know, you'll see, he'll let you down, he'll do this to you. So I felt they were saying to me that's like, you know, karmic energies. And again, I have to say it doesn't need to be a mum, it's just whoever. But it will be for some people though. It's just where a manipulative person around you has been like, they're gonna let you down, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. And then, like, you know, but in that, like, she's set him up to make it look like he's doing something, but actually he's protecting her. And then, so, like, she runs back and she's like, you know, you were right about everything. But again, that's manipulation. And it's specifically manipulation from birth, because in Tangled, she's stolen as a baby and she thinks that's her mum, and it's not. It's somebody that is, well, stole her from her true parents. So, again, I really hope that's not relevant for anyone, but you never know in this crazy world. And the lost print, I mean, God, now I'm being spoken to about some more sort of high profile things where kids go missing and all. Anyway, so, and then I've wrote here, I'm the lost princess. So that's when she realises who she is. I'm the lost princess. She expresses her anger. I've spent my life hiding from people who were using my powers, and I should have been hiding from you. Yeah, so again, that really stood out to me too, that this is the moment where somebody realises, oh my God, exactly what she says in that. Like, I've been protecting my energy from other people around me, when actually, yeah, it's you that's been the one that's manipulating me the most. So you were wrong about the world and you were wrong about me, and I will never let you use my hair again. So, you know, put hair in the place of, like, just, using your powers. So again, I feel that could have been some people that were like using you in general, you know, like, and then I may as well just read the rest of it. The mother tricks him and then stabs him and tries to kidnap Rapunzel, so that's all rather not so nice. And then she promises if she lets her heal him, she will go with the witch forever. That feels symbolic of, like, you know, if ever anyone's like, you know, please just leave them alone and then I'll not go near them, you know, like blackmail, manipulation sort of stuff. He cuts her hair and then the witch turns into her true ugly old form. Again, that reminds me of the example I always try to give. I always try to give this, and then I end up getting distracted, right? And I don't give the example, so I'm going to say it today. It's an episode of the Witches of East End, right? I always get mixed up because there's the Witches of Eastwick, which is that's the one. Well, Christ, if that's relevant, that's relevant too, though, because that's about the devil, and it's about he's fornicating. You know, it's like the woman's like, he's fornicating with all these women, but it's like, you know, he's the devil, and he's getting on with like 3 different women, and he's controlling all of them, and then he's yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, and then there's a horrible scene when he's making that woman throw up like the cherries, and you know, making her look crazy, but actually she gets like, again, it's like she gets visions, and she was speaking up about what he was doing, and people were thinking she was crazy, like even her husband. I mean, it's fucking horrible, that. But I don't like horrors, but again, it's like, that's a weird one. It's like, I don't know if it's it should be classed a horror, because it is horror. It's not. It's just weird. It's, I don't know what I call it, thriller, maybe horror thriller. But um, the um, but what? Yeah, but one of them were, again, like they're talking to me there about the Devil's Advocate as well. But again, I've not. Yeah, I've not seen that. I know the general gist of it, and I've seen clips of it, but that's just too. But that's a very good example too. I mean, because that's just so horrendously dark, and that's definitely about when you sell your soul to the devil and you chase the wrong things. So again, if you're into horrors, you can watch that. Well, fucking, I'm not watching that. But you know, it is, yeah, because it's horrible. It's horrible. And God, it went from bloody Disney and shit to, well, I don't know, is that, no, it's Pixar. Oh, I don't know, it is Disney, isn't it? But Disney's dark too, so let's not even go there. Yeah. Oh shit, see what I mean? I nearly didn't tell you again. That's so crazy how that happens. Right, so anyway, the Witches at East End, it used to be on Prime for free, and now you have to pay for it. But I keep saying this and I haven't done it. I think I'm gonna buy that over the Christmas period, and I'm gonna watch it again because I fucking loved it. It's but anyway, it's a scene where he thinks he's with this good-looking young woman, but you know, he's in love with a girl that's meant to be like his soulmate, Twinflame, but she's engaged to be married to someone else. Basically, they're both like, you know, running away from one another and in difficult situations. And but yeah, anyway, the one that he's like making do with, that, you know, she looks really good looking in that, but actually when we see as the viewer, when she looks in the mirror, she's an ugly old witch. She's a hag. So that's kind of like that scene in Tangled. You know, it's like the witch was using the life force energy from Rapunzel to keep herself young, and as soon as they cut her hair, it cut off her power. So, oh my god, this is so clever. So they're talking about that. It's like, again, anyone, and I mean anyone around you, if you sense that somebody's siphoning your energy, cut it off. You know, like, cut it, whatever means they've got to do that, cut it off. Because it's like, even, right, like, there are people that tune into me that don't like me. I say it all the time, right? Because it's fucking it's fucking true. Like, you know, there's every now and again we even get absolute proof of how true it is. But it's you know, I know that I'm protected, because it's like for me to have been elevated to be at this point where I can be that consistent on this platform, it's because I was trained up as one of God's angels. You know, Archangel Michael is one of my, you know, closest guides, always around me. That's why I've always got electric blue stuff everywhere. But it's like, yeah, I'm very highly protected. So, you know, it's ironic. My stuff is out here on free for free, and it does mean it can strengthen. It can effectively throat chakra. It can effectively strengthen my enemies with my own stuff. It's kind of funny, isn't it? But what I know is, I kind of feel like anybody that intentionally sends shitty energy my way, or for that matter, anybody that I'm supporting, anybody connected to this channel, I just kind of feel you won't get the same benefits from the stuff as other people would, because you're not using it in the way that I intended it, you know? So like I said, I put these things out for free to help people, mostly for people that, you know, can't afford to book a personal session, or it's not always about money. Sometimes it's about intimidating for you to be sitting with someone asking for help. But for whatever reason, it's like, yeah. So that's the way that I look at it. But yeah, that's quite a powerful example that, you know, she looks in the mirror and she's an ugly old hag, and he's not seeing her true form. So they always give me that example of when masculines are particularly with like karmic feminines, that or, you know, if it's a female masculine that is with like a guy that's showing up as like a, you know, a narcissistic love bomber or something, and then they turn out to be a fucking nightmare. You know what I mean? Whether it's a woman or a man, like, people can be a fucking nightmare. You just got to be very careful who you. Yeah, look, they keep pulling me that. Don't be gel, be ream. You know, just trust your feeling when you feel like you've got karmic friends or wolf in sheep's clothing, or you're sleeping with the enemy, or whatever kind of fits here. And yeah, because not everybody's showing up as who they really are. Yeah, and then at the end, I love how it ends, and it's like, you know, she was a princess worth waiting for, and he's like, after years and years of asking, I finally said yes, and he's like, all right, I asked her, and so again, that's just how it ends. So it's yeah, I love Tango, but so look at that, 1 hour exactly, and I've just broke down Tango. So like, if you're new here, I used to do this every day. This time last year, I was doing that every day, where my guides would like literally get me to break down a whole film, and these were the ones I was actually going to be putting on the membership whenever I do that, because they can end up being like 2 hours and stuff like that. Sometimes it does take a lot of energy, but in this case, you know, this one is for everyone. So and yeah, I mostly just hope that you know, you got the energy clearing that you need. And at this point, this is where I would say I would love to hear your feedback in the comments, but the comments are off. So if you have got any stories about how this helped you, then yeah, you're welcome to send them to the email, and I can share them anonymously. Because like I said, I might just, you know, I might turn the comments on, you know, in, you know, a week or so, like when we're in Sagittarius season. But like I said just now, just to really just sort of be in my own energy, that's what I've been guided to do. And the confirmation was there for noticing that I'm just seeing a lot of other people that do what I do having their comments off, because like, it's just like I said, it's happening everywhere. The ugliness in people is just totally, it's just like that can't hide. So I'm sure you'll be noticing it yourself. So yes, as they tell me to honor your boundaries, shine your light irritates their demons. It's difficult, but keep shining, keep shining. I believe in you. See you later.